How's it going, guys? Welcome to another video. I hope everyone's doing well. In today's video, I want to talk about a subject that honestly I don't see many other people talking about, and I feel like it can help most of you guys. If you guys were anything like me, you probably used to enjoy playing video games, or you do enjoy playing video games right now. And for me, right now, like where I am in life, I don't play video games anymore. But if, let's say, I had absolutely nothing to do and my business was figured out and I was making a boatload of money, I would probably be playing video games. That is something that I enjoy doing. And I realized that me playing video games made me a very competitive person. Like all of the games where I had to compete with other people, I absolutely fell in love with those games, and I was so focused and zeroed on researching like all the best, best skills, best level ups, like best like guides. Like I would watch like a bunch of crap to give myself an edge over other people and to beat them. It made me very competitive, and that obviously is a skill that's very good to have in the real life in the business world, because being competitive is one of the most important things to have to compete with other people and to beat everyone else. Like that's how I am naturally. And I feel like most of you are the same way if you play video games. Now, obviously I'm talking more about like online video games where you compete with someone 1v1 or like in teams. I've always been like that. Like I don't want to win. I want to crush my opponent, I want to be so much better than everyone else. And that taught me that I have to spend the time to not only play the game, but also do outside research to learn new things. So one of my favorite games, it's a game called For Honor. And basically you just compete 1v1 against a real life opponent. And it's a very complex game in the sense that you have to learn very specific controls. You can feint, you can do these crazy combo attacks and, try to kill your opponent. And they're doing the exact same thing to you. And I would spend hours and hours on YouTube just learning these new fighting feint combos, so I can rank up in the leaderboard and beat everyone else. And what I realized like recently is I basically have to do the exact same thing in business to be able to beat everyone else. It's not enough to just make your cold calls. It's not enough to just make YouTube videos. It's not enough to just go out there and door knock. You have to spend the extra time you have learning. How do you learn? You can watch videos, read books, listen to podcasts, listen to interviews. There's a bunch of stuff you can do, but if you never consume new content and apply it, you'll always stay at this certain level in life. And the reason why I'm comparing this to video games, which might seem a bit random, is because I think most of you guys can relate to this. I don't know what games are popular now, but I'm sure as hell that whatever game you're playing right now, you've spent some time on YouTube learning new ways on how to be better at that game. Now, if you guys are playing Call of Duty, then you're probably looking at new loadouts, ways to give you an edge over everyone else. So you have to have that same mentality when it comes to business. You have to practice every day, like you do your video games. Every day you play, and also every day in your video games, you spend time learning about new stuff. Either you watch other people play, and you learn from them that way. So that would be listening to interviews, or you're seeking direct information. So you're looking for new loadouts, new fighting combats, like stuff like that, which is the same thing as in business. You're reading specific books on specific topics. And honestly, like if you're a competitive video game player, you can easily dominate in business as well. It's basically the same thing. You know what you have to do to become the best. It's just instead of doing it in the video game world, do it in real life. And why is it so easy to do this in video games and not in business? Why is it easy to spend hours and hours playing Call of Duty and not spending hours making cold calls, doing outreach? It's because you enjoy playing video games and you don't enjoy doing cold calls. So if you listen to one of my past videos, I talk about how important it is to be passionate about your business. Because imagine the video game was your business. Let's say the money you made in the video game was real life money. Do you know how rich you would be? You would be crazy successful because you spend so much time working on that video game, that business, that there's no way you wouldn't be successful, you wouldn't be rich. So you have to adopt that mindset, but in business. You have to find something that you can be as addicted to that you are with video games. Okay, if you can find that, you are set. It's going to be difficult. It's very hard to find something like that. But if you do, I'm telling you, you are set for the rest of your life. And once you do, all of the little subconscious skills and habits that you developed over time will be very useful in the business world. You'll naturally be more competitive. you'll understand that you have to keep learning to improve and be better and make more money. You'll learn that you have to be consistent. You have to work on it every day, and you have to understand that it's a grind. Sometimes if you want this special item or this special level up, you have to grind a certain mission or do something to achieve it. It might take you hours and hours, but you know that you will achieve it. In real life, it's the exact same way. For me to get 1 million subscribers, I have to grind every day. I know I will get there eventually if I grind every day. You have to adopt the same mindset as you would playing a video game, and you will be successful. Okay? That's going to be all for today's video. I really hope it helped you guys have a sort of a connection between business and something you enjoy doing right now, and how just because you currently do something that might be seen as a bad habit might not necessarily be if you use the skill that you've learned from doing that habit and applying it to something that's more practical. So enjoy the rest of your day. Don't be lazy, and I'll see you on the next video.